Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name is Baron Collins Hill. This is episode 8 of the Improvisation series, and this episode is mostly just going to be a play-along, trying to distill everything that we've been working on thus far into a simple 3-chord progression. If you haven't watched episodes 1 through 7, this lesson's not going to make a whole lot of sense, so I highly recommend you watch the rest of the Improvisation series before diving into this one to really get the most out of it. All my lessons are always free. You can find all of those lessons I'm talking about both on my website, mandolessons.com, and on YouTube. I put out new lessons every single week. They're always free, but there are a couple ways to donate. Links in the description. I've got a PayPal link. Patreon supporters get some access to lessons early, patron-only live streams, things like that. I also have some merch if you want to grab a t-shirt or a mug, something like that. For now, though, let's jump into today's lesson. Alright, so essentially all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set up a little chord progression that we can pass back and forth. Think about everything that we've worked on so far. So, that starts out with just playing simple little scales. Thinking about our first target notes of trying to hit a G when we have our G chord. And when we go to that C chord, try to hit a C note. When we go to our D chord, try to hit a D note. Then you can also think about those first arpeggios. So in G, we have G, B, and D. So try to land on some of those 3rd and 5th target notes. With the key, when we get to a C chord, your options are C, E, and G. And your options in the key of, for the D chord are D, F sharp, and A. If you're feeling a little bluesy, you can always add in those dominant 7. So for a G chord, you got that F natural, C. You have that B flat. You can start using some of those kind of bluesy runs like the B flat to B. Or using that that C natural over your 5 chord, your D chord, to get back to G. So let's set this up. We'll pass it back and forth a couple times. I'll start out by playing the chords. You work on some of these melodic improvisatory ideas, and then we will pass it back and forth. I'll lead you through it as we go along here. So starting on G, 1, 2, you take it. C, D, G. And again we have G. Again. You play the chords, I'll improvise. A lot of G scale. Little arpeggio. Now. Using those dominant 7s. You take it. Here you go. And again. Again. I'll take it. Here we go. take it. Again. One more, here we go. Going out. All right, so I would recommend just playing along with this. You can even set up your own recording if you want to, record yourself playing that chord progression, so you can really just dive in for long periods of time on working on all of that stuff to think about. I think the idea here is not that you need to be thinking about all of these tiny little details as you're playing in a normal, jamming with friends situation, but it's a really great exercise to try to force yourself to do specific things when it comes to your practice time, so that when it comes time to play, you can feel a little more inventive and also kind of forget about all of the nuts and bolts that we've been talking about and just try to play your best solos and do your finest improvisations. Hope this has been helpful. Again, new lessons every single week, so subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.